Hey guys, Thomas Asulu Jr. here, aka Mustached Tom, with my review of the Transporter Refueled, starring a new guy that's not Jason Statham. And this movie does jump into the action of things as these prostitutes are doing this thing, and then they get captured by this guy that apparently knew the transporter. And so these three ladies, or should I say four ladies, try to get their revenge by calling the transporter and tricking him by telling him that his dad has been infected with something, even though later in the film we discover it doesn't even exist. And then this transporter guy's just pretty much carrying them all over the place, avoiding the police and other bad guys. And then after rekindling with his father, he finally discovers that this whole thing was fake, and then he ends up trusting these ladies for some unknown reason, and he ends up even falling in love with one of them, I think. And then the guy that sort of went into the I want to say the whole prostitute thing. That guy, the guy who knew Frank, uh, he apparently got tricked into doing this thing with some other group of people. And at some point at the movie, it feels like they tried to attach like a second movie at the end, and it falls apart as all these different factions are fighting each other. It's like the transporter guy, the ladies that are, we don't really know what side they're on. They tricked Frank, and then they trust them, and then all this stuff happens. Most of them die, and it just sort of falls apart because it feels like it's trying to be two movies, and it's not even really that great at being one movie, in the sense that the characters aren't really well developed. I mean, you kind of get Frank's rules a bit, even though he breaks them. I mean, the action scenes did get a little bit better. Some of them were okay, I guess. This movie for me wasn't really anything too spectacular, so. And again, like I said, at some point of the movie, it does sort of fall apart on itself. Like, it feels like it's trying to shoehorn all this extra stuff. His father gets captured twice in the same movie. Like, that was completely unnecessary. You could have ended the movie with him just getting away from the girls or something. Like, and they get their vengeance or whatever. End the movie there. Fine. It's settled. Be done with it. But instead, they go on a boat, and like I said, all this chaos is happening. There's like this transfer file thing that's happening. It gets all mixed up into this movie, and it really does sort of get clunky at that part. And the rest of the story isn't really that strong, so all you really have to go on is the action, at least from my point of view. That's the only thing that sort of glues each part together, is the action scenes, because the story is all over the place. The characters' motives keep changing, and then you get all this chaos and everything falls apart. So I don't know if they're trying to reboot the entire three movies that were okay to begin with. If that's the plan, I don't know if they've completely succeeded here. I mean, I'm going to give this movie a 4 out of 10. It doesn't really hold up all that well through clunkiness and through just trying to jump in and create this movie experience that gets clustered with too much in one area and not enough in all the other areas. If you agree with what I'm saying, please like, comment, and subscribe. And with that being said, This has been Thomas Asui Jr., aka Mustached Tom, and I'll see you guys next time.